Ejemplo 6. Example 6. We're going to find the fifth term of this whole binomial. So, like we've been doing with, we've expanded it out, but they don't want you to tell them every single one of the terms in this binomial. They want you just to tell them what the fifth term is and give them just that answer. That's the only thing they want. They don't want anything else. Okay, so with that means we need to find just the fifth term. So with that, we're going to do our combination, all the good stuff. Again, we know here that this is our highest exponent, or highest term. The highest exponent is right here. Okay, so that's your highest. You know, this is our first term. You know, this is our second term right here. All right, so with that, we're going to follow the whole process we've been dealing with. And again, we're using combinations. So let's go ahead and pull this in. So, looking at our combinations, we know we start off, since the highest exponent is 7 here, so it means this is going to start off with 7 and 0. Then we do 7, 1, 7, 2, 7, 3, and we only go down until we get to the fifth term. So here is the thing to go ahead and do, the best thing. Let's go and just number these. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so we're looking for that fifth term, so we're looking for whatever is right here. So let's go ahead and find that. Okay, so the fifth term, and if you want to remember this, you can. The fifth term is going to be one less than this number right here. So the 4 here would mean that's the fifth term. If you're looking for the 12th term, that means you're going to look for 11th term right here. So that's the only thing that you have to remember. Okay, so the only thing we're looking for is just this line. We don't care about what's going on up here. We don't care what's going on below it. We just want this line right here. So it's going to find what the combination is of 7 and 4. And if you put that into the calculator, you should get an answer of 35. So at this point, go ahead and put that in the calculator and check yourself to make sure that you did get 35. Okay, so everybody should have gotten 35. Hopefully you did that really quickly, because that's not a long process there. Okay, so again, like we did before, like we've been doing this whole time, we write down the first term. That's 4a. And we write down the second term, which is 3b. Okay, now here, to make this as simple as possible, whatever this number is, that will be the exponent for the back. So that's going to be the exponent for the second term here. So 4 is going to go right here. Okay, now to figure out the other one, figure out what this is, all you do is to subtract these two numbers. Subtract that. So 7 minus 4 gives you 3. And that's the exponent right here. Now, the biggest part about this, I've said this, I used to say this before, and sometimes it made sense to people, sometimes it didn't. Whatever these exponents are right here that you put in, they must add up to be the highest exponent. So again, our highest exponent is 7. So whenever you have these two, they have to add up to be 7. They must add up to be 7. So let's write that. Your two exponents must add up to be 7. Exponents must add up to be 7. Or the highest exponent here. exponent. So it has to line up with the it has to be, has to equal the highest exponent. So it must equal. So 3 and 4 added together give us 7, and 7 is our highest exponent. So if we did it right, that means if those add up there, that means we did it right. Hopefully. But okay. Now at that point, we need to just go ahead and simplify what we have here. So we have 35, 4a cubed, 3b to the 4th. And we need to simplify these two pieces right here. Simplify those two pieces. Okay, so again, we know when it comes to just this part here, we know 4 gets the 3, a gets the 3. All right, and 4 to the 3rd power is 64. We keep a cubed. I'm going to put that back inside the parentheses. Okay, here for the next one. The 3 gets a 4. The b gets a 4. And so here, 3 to the 4th power is 81. B to the 4th power is just b to the 4th power. And again, I'm going to put parentheses around those two. And then here, I'm just going to bring the 35 down because that still needs to go there. All right, so the last thing is multiplying 35 times 64 times 81. So in your calculator, just multiply 35 times 64 times 81, and we're going to get an answer there. And again, remember, this is all simplifying. That's what we're doing right here. Simplifying the 5th term. Okay, so when you've multiplied 35 times 64 times 81, you should have gotten an answer of 181,440 a cubed b to the 4th. And that's your final answer. And that's what they're going to ask you on the final exam. They're going to ask for a specific term or specific terms, because we have word problems for this also. So we're going to do word problems here in a few minutes. But with this, that's what they're going to ask for. They're not going to actually expand every single thing. They're going to ask for certain terms or specific parts of this. But you can do this. You guys are smart. You're really able and capable to do this. So I believe in you guys and I trust you. So persevere, push hard.